Hi, welcome to Take 5, where we daily consider devotional thoughts from Oswald Chambers' book, My Utmost for His Highest. Today's April 23rd, and the title of today's devotional asks, Do you worship the work? We are God's fellow workers, 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 9. I've mentioned before how personal to me I feel are these devotionals from Dr. Chambers. At times I feel that somehow he's looking over my shoulder and writing in regards to current situations I'm facing. Today is no different as he somewhat addresses the workaholic. As of today, I will have written 113 studies from his book that I present daily, which means at the end of the year I will have 365 5-minute devotionals based on his work. It is also done and uploaded onto my website, Facebook, and YouTube, besides Instagram. Previously, I've done 365 studies through the Bible, also available on Instagram and Facebook. In 2020, I anticipate doing a daily study through the New Testament, followed in 2021 over the Old Testament. I write a magazine article, teach simple magic tricks, perform magic, hold Thursday evenings open for live Bible studies. I have in the works several books and am employed part-time. Occasionally I sleep and am looking forward to opportunities of preaching. I'm not sure if this qualifies as a workaholic, but for me, it's simply life as presently lived. So when Dr. C opens today with, beware of any work for God that causes or allows you to avoid concentrating on Him, it catches my attention. He continues, a great number of Christian workers worship their work. I don't believe that is me, but I recognize that my ministries are what form my work. I do attend church and have a wonderful Bible study group of which I'm a part, but if confessions are in order, I really don't relate well to others. I talk Bible. That's on what my mind is set. I can't talk to you about TV shows or movies. I don't watch them. My interest is in talking about God's Word, and it's very difficult to find those people. It is true that the devotional today seems addressed to vocational ministers, but I have hope that all of us will gain from it the sense of having proper priorities in life. Chambers tells us the only concern of Christian workers should be their concentration on God. This will mean that all the other boundaries of life, whether they are mental, moral, or spiritual limits, are completely free with the freedom God gives His child. That is, a worshiping child, not a wayward one. This statement is where it all ties together for all of us. Our only concentration should be on God. For me to live is Christ, Philippians chapter 1. Chambers is addressing the attitude that one holds in life, as Paul addressed the church at Corinth. Whether then you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God, 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 31. There's no me time that is separated from God. It's all His time. What's extremely interesting here is how O.C. addresses the freedom and liberty that is experienced when one completely gives their self over to God. Once our concentration is on God, all the limits of our life are free and under the control and mastery of God alone. There's no longer any responsibility on you for the work. The only responsibility you have is to stay in living constant touch with God and to see that you allow nothing to hinder your cooperation with Him. The freedom that comes after sanctification is the freedom of a child, and the things that used to hold your life down are gone. Chambers is encouraging us to live a life focused on God, one that is deliberate and determined in priorities of keeping Him first. It is a life with intense interest in staying within His boundaries. It is intentional. You strive to do right and not haphazard, careless behavior. It is focused, fixing our eyes on Jesus, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. He warns us, but be careful to remember that you have been freed for only one thing, to be absolutely devoted to your co-worker. Chambers' closing is perfect. We have no right to decide where we should be placed or to have preconceived ideas as to what God is preparing us to do. God engineers everything, and wherever He places us, our one supreme goal should be to pour out our lives in wholehearted devotion to Him in that particular work. Whatever your hand finds you to do, do it with all your might. Ecclesiastes 9, verse 10. If you haven't yet read today's devotional, from Dr. Chambers' book. I encourage you to do so, for it will enhance the time that we spend together. It's available free online. Please also below share any comments or questions that you may have, and also prayer requests as well. And now may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. God bless you. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.